Broncos have been looking for their next franchise guy for some time now, and with Bo Nix having the best preseason of any rookie, the Mile High City of Denver unfolds a new chapter of history. Bo Nix, the quarterback sensation, has ignited hope in the hearts of fans and analysts alike. Could he be the next great Broncos quarterback, following in the footsteps of legends like John Elway and Peyton Manning? To understand the excitement surrounding Bo Nix, we must first revisit the illustrious quarterback legacy of the Denver Broncos.
I don't think there's anything about Elway that has been overstated. I think he's that kind of a football player. I think he'll be that kind of a professional football player.
Now, of course, the first and original Bronco legend, John Elway, drafted in 1983, originally by the Baltimore Colts, who was traded then to the Denver Broncos, became the face of the franchise for 16 remarkable years. His achievements with the Broncos are nothing short of legendary. He led the Denver Broncos to 5 Super Bowl appearances, in which 2 he won.
Disbelief. Perhaps no one was more stunned than John Elway.
Back-to-back in 1997 and 1998, and of course was named the NFL MVP in 1987. He's a 9-time Pro Bowl selection and a Hall of Fame inductee in 2004. John Elway is nothing short of a top 5 quarterback of all time. But then, the sheriff, Peyton Manning. After a period of uncertainty following Elway's retirement, the Broncos struck gold yet again with Peyton Manning. Joining the team in 2012, Manning's impact was immediate and profound. He led the Broncos to 2 Super Bowl appearances, and one in which he won Super Bowl 50 versus the Superman Cam.
This game was much like this season has been. It really tested our toughness, our resilience, our unselfishness, and so it's only fitting it kind of turned out that way. And great bunch of teammates.
NFL records for passing and records for touchdowns in a season with 55, the most ever. He won the NFL Comeback Player of the Year and was a 4-time Pro Bowl selection along with the MVP winner to add to his 5 already then league MVPs. But since Manning's retirement, the Super Bowl and following the Super Bowl 50 victory, the Broncos have struggled to find stability at the quarterback position. Trevor Siemian, 2016-2017, was just a 7th round pick who played just as is. You can't expect much from him, and he did actually have the last winning season for the Denver Broncos. Paxton Lynch, a quarterback who was a 1st round draft bust, somebody that didn't actually live up to any of the expectations that were set on him. Tall, had an arm, but that was it. He couldn't put anything together. Case Keenum, a guy who was just a 1-year wonder, someone who made a miraculous playoff run with the Vikings the season before, and the Broncos threw money at him, hoping they could patch up the very terrible hole that exists at quarterback. Same scenario for him, didn't live up to the hype. Joe Flacco. This was just the most disappointing decision the Broncos had made in the past 6 years at quarterback. Getting a washed Joe Flacco, well, everything happened you expected to. Then of course Drew Lock, 2nd round draft pick. This was the guy that was supposed to change the franchise that just, yet again, didn't live up to any of the potential that he had. Couldn't really put together a drive, didn't understand how to read defenses, was just a gunslinger with straight talent. Teddy Bridgewater, maybe the best out of all the quarterbacks the Broncos have had since Peyton Manning, but just isn't a guy that can win you playoff games. Now, will he lose you games on the offense? Probably not. A safe field general that likes to take the check down, will throw some solid, accurate passes below 10 yards, but outside of that, there just isn't anything that can get this team to win multiple football games. And then, of course, we have the worst of them all, Russell Wilson. A high-profile trade to be actually one of the biggest trades in NFL history, and now will go down as the worst trade in NFL history. Multiple first-round draft picks, multiple players, and on top of that, the ridiculous contract that he received, making him the highest-paid quarterback in the entire league to do absolutely nothing. Broncos eventually had to pay him $50 million just to cut him from the team, as his salary cap was messing up everything. But now, we have a new hope. Now all eyes are on Bo Nix, the Broncos' latest quarterback sensation. Drafted in the 1st round of the 2024 NFL Draft, Nix brings a combination of skills and intangibles that many are believing he could be the answer for Denver's quarterback's woes. Now, why does Bo Nix look promising? His college pedigree. Nix finished his college career at Oregon with impressive numbers showcasing accuracy, decision-making, and the ability to perform under pressure and make the clutch plays that you want your winning quarterback to make. And his dual threat capability. Like Elway, Nix possesses the ability to extend plays with his legs, adding an extra dimension to the Broncos offense. We often saw him make plays with his legs, both drawn up and non-drawn up at Oregon and even Auburn. Bo Nix is nothing short of an athlete, and he's somebody that you would love to have behind the center with an offensive line in Denver that we all know is pretty shaky and inconsistent, especially when it comes to health concerns. Now, this is where things get even greater. His high football IQ is the main reason this was Sean Payton's favorite quarterback in the draft. Nix's understanding of complex offensive schemes, reminiscent of Manning's celebratorial approach to the game. Nix's understanding of complex offensive schemes, reminiscent of Manning's cerebral approach to the game. His understanding to look at defenses at the line, check to see which read will be there, and to even go through his reads when sometimes routes don't open up as best as they thought they would. His ability to go through his progressions, hit the right pass, and to even go to the right pass to start off with is fantastic for Sean Payton's quick, dump down type of offense. Leadership. Nix has already shown natural leadership qualities in rookie camp and even in preseason, earning the respect of veterans and coaches alike when the season hasn't even officially begun. Now, arm talent, while not possessing the cannon like John Elway, Nix has demonstrated the arm strength and accuracy to make all the throws required in the NFL. But our favorite thing about Bo Nix is his work ethic. Reports from the Broncos facility highlights Nix's tireless work ethic, as he's been named to be the third guy in the gym every single day. The first being Jaleel McLaughlin, who gets there at 4:30 a.m. As Bo Nix takes the reins of the Broncos offense, there's a palpable sense of excitement in Denver. The young quarterback carries the hopes of a franchise as its passionate fan base on his shoulders. While it's too early to predict greatness, the potential is there for Nix to write his chapter in the storied history of Broncos quarterbacks. Only time will tell if Bo Nix can live up to the lofty standards set by Elway and Manning. But one thing is certain, the Mile High City is ready to rally behind its new signal caller, eager to return the summit of NFL success. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, stay tuned.